All right, welcome everybody. Welcome. Let's go ahead and talk about this morning and what's going on, what we're looking for. We're also teaching a little bit. And I'm also tinkering around with some of the resolution and so forth on YouTube, as it can be a little difficult at times. So we'll see how this comes out, how it works out. So you guys are asking some amazing questions today. I love what I'm seeing across the board. I love the patience. Overall, very big day for me. Exciting news. We have the high risk channel that should be up and going momentarily from my other cash account with Thinkorswim. Those are live brokerage trades as well, just a proof of concept, so you can see I do what I say. So Walmart, I want to talk about Walmart really quick. I'm seeing that, there's some big news, and this is the whole entire concept of Trendy. So we were talking about demand and supply. And so before we get started, you have to understand that they're a little confusing when you first start trading. You think of supply as like an area where you would actually buy, right? And then demand, you think, well, if the demand's not there, price will fall. Well, it's the opposite. Demand is like where you want to buy stuff. Okay, so we look, when we have good news in the market, I'm sure some of you have actually been in a trade where it just keeps going down, and you're like, I don't understand this. The market had good news, or this ticker had good news, and so forth, right? Very confusing as a new trader. But if you think about it, folks, if it's good news, and institutions know this, price is driven down into demand. They don't want to pay up. Bigger banks, institutions, deep pockets do not want to pay at the top of a range. Okay? So price ends up pulling back into an area where they are comfortable with buying. Okay? So you need to get your thought process the right way. Okay? Where are they willing to buy? Where are you willing to buy as a trader? And you have to be patient, and you have to wait for price to come back to that. Luckily, here at Trendy Trading, we actually have levels that identify those high probability setups. Okay? So for example, here on Walmart, what I'm looking for is for price to come back at around 142.90 to 143. And if it flushes that area, I'd like to see a reclaim, and that's where I would be thinking about looking for a long to the upside and then targeting 146 to 148 for short term, and longer term 150 to 155. Okay? So what I want to do when I'm trying to identify when things are moving down, and this is what you should be doing, if you have a favorite name and you're like, what the heck is going on with this trade, I need you to go to a weekly and a monthly time frame, and I want you to identify the areas where you would be a buyer. Okay? We show you several ways to do this. You can use Fibonacci's, you can use trendy scripts, you can use candle structure. All three of those synergistically come together to give you that very high probable setup. And that's what we want to wait on. Okay? So here, there's no reason for me to be longing this trade, because over here on a 4-hour, we're underneath the cloud. And it's really easy, right, in hindsight, for someone to come up here and tell you, oh, well, we just follow the EMA and we just keep shorting, And I would agree with them. This is a downtrend. Look at all my banners are red. And every time price pushes up into this cloud, you want to be laying on the put side. Listen, one of my biggest things is you don't want to buy puts on the way down. You want to buy puts when the market is moving up into resistance, but the overall trend currently is down. Example would be Walmart. Look at the left-hand side. You can see that weekly we continue to make lower lows. On the right-hand side, for entry on that put side, instead of trying to buy the open at the low and getting smashed, you wait until price pushes up into the cloud. Then we look at getting short. Okay? However, in this case, we are very, very close to the lower trendy edge, which is that pink line. And so what I want to do is just come right up to here and create an alert. Okay? Create alert at or below. And once that triggers and lets me know, then I'm going to be paying attention. Okay? Now I want to show you, let's go ahead and take this range here, because this is the down range, and I'm going to measure here. So from here to here, let's just put a box on it so you can understand the pivots that I'm using. I'm going to go ahead and place my fibs here into the pivot low. And I want you to notice that price is still below the 23.6. This is a really big deal, and if you want to learn more about it, again, you can come here on a trial for under 20 bucks and learn a lot, okay? So what we're going to do here is I want to stay neutral. I want to either wait for my alert or I want to wait for price to reclaim above 145.75. No ifs, ands, or buts. There's nothing to do. Nothing to do. Okay? That's how I set up and look for a higher time frame trade to the downside when things are moving down and want to be understanding where I want to get long. Okay? All right, so on Apple, gang, I just want to update everybody. On Apple, let's see. No, our PFE is up big. Yeah, I have 150 contracts of this. This is looking nice. So we're up 20%, guys. How about that? Any of you guys actually load up on that? Or did you, that was pretty inexpensive to get those. So those are looking really good. And we'll get over here in a few seconds to take a look at that. Okay. All right. Let's keep moving down here and see what we got. SoFi I really like as well. They had some good news come in today, and I want to go over that chart with you really quick. All right. And we have SoFi as well. So I kept buying on the dips here over and over and over. We're almost up 5%. Give me 1 second. So Omer, if you want, man, you could just search there in the alerts. But I think right off the bat, man, we have Batman, get it? $50 calls, 15 October. 15 October, $50 calls. They're pretty inexpensive. All right, so SoFi, I am in this, and guess what, guys? This is a big deal. This is exactly what I was talking about. Let's go ahead and reference the weekly versus the right-hand side, which is a 4-hour. What's really important here is that the weekly is not an easy trade, and I said that from the get-go. This is not an easy trade, okay? So the reason why is because we're underneath the cloud on the weekly. Anybody out there that's listening, you're going to learn a lot from that. If you're trying to take a swing underneath the cloud, you need to buy a lot of time. There's going to be a lot of resistance, a lot of BS, a lot of chop going on there. But notice over here on the 4-hour, right, on SoFi, we're actually breaking above the cloud. Okay, big, big deal. Now, as I say that, we are moving into a trendy edge, which is going to be resistance here. So the bigger move today is if SoFi can start to break above 1561, whew, we're going to make some really good money, guys. So very, very cool. Can't wait for that. But I just want to quickly go over that with you. Just understand the longer swing, be patient. Right now, what's going on, yes, sure, it's starting to make some money. But most importantly, we're kind of stuck here at resistance. And we want to see that the 4-hour candle can close above. Today, it'd be really nice, well, not today, but in this 4-hour candle, if we could close above 1525. Okay? Oil futures took this trade last night. Beautiful, beautiful. We hit our targets up into the monthly edge. Okay, this is paying out from the neutral, 68 into 72, close to $4,000 a contract, just taking that straightforward setup into the monthly edge. Yours truly, I didn't hold that long, but I don't care. The process worked. The blueprint worked, and we made a little bit of money from it, so very happy with that. Just go ahead and show you what's going on. And we said just a few minutes ago, a price can hold over the trendy edge there, which it's doing so far. These inside candles over here are bullish, so we can see price moving up into 74.5. Let's go ahead and take a look at Bitcoin. Nice little push here. Remember, what was resistance turns into support. I can't make this up. I gave everybody this blueprint. I shorted Bitcoin into this area, Bitcoin futures. Okay? And we turned around and I said it would take a long time for price to build up here because the overall sentiment was super negative. Okay, but notice that the green box held the whole entire time. So we are looking for that path all the way back to the red box at 56,489. Unfortunately, it's not just a straight line, and if you think it is, then you might be in the wrong business. What we did was we pushed up, and after such a big rally, we needed to pull in. Remember that word demand? We're looking for demand. We're looking for buyers to come in. Well, on the move to the upside, which was down here, right, as we were moving up here, we had these levels, and they worked. They were resistance for a bit. But then when we broke out, I said now resistance turns into support. We run out of buyers looking for demand. We come back to where they know where buyers want to buy. And now what was resistance turns into support. The bigger move is going to be whether or not we can move over 49,185. And then I think we start to push up and test 52,862 again. 3 knocks, they'll probably let us in the door, and then we can expect to see 56,000. Very cool. All right, so that's Bitcoin. Some other things that are running back and forth here is in the room. You guys keep bringing up AFRM. Let's go ahead and take a look there and see if there's a trade. Also took some GM earlier and made some money off a member's trade in here. That was very nice, so thank you very much. And wow, this PFE is very nice. Let's keep going, baby. All right, so AFRM looks a little messy. I haven't done a blueprint, so let's just kind of start over and try to get our bearings here. So I have some Fibonacci's here on the left. You're above the 618, which is the golden fib. That's bullish, okay? So what I'm saying is on this pullback, all right, it's now above the 618. So that means the uptrend or this downtrend is now broken. So as long as we hold above 108.38, we could see a move back to around 121. But your first target for today, guys, 113.64. Okay, 113.64. And let me get over here to the cash account just really quick. GM's up about 20%. Very cool. And then I took coin earlier. That was at 20, I think. Now it's at 7%, so just kind of chill in there. Not much to see. All right, so on this AFRM, I would expect resistance up here around 113. I want to see if there's a trade there really quick, though. I think, did some of you guys already jump in? And what'd you guys take? I'm just kind of curious. Let me see if those alerts are set up yet in the high risk channel. I'm not seeing anything yet. He's laughing. He's probably sleeping. Hey, baby. All right, guys. Sorry about that. Just really quick. And let's go to member chat. Nope. Let's cover Piton. All right, so what we want to see here on AFRM, your new pivot high, you really start moving over 114, let's see, 114.80. Okay, and like I said, you're going to see resistance here. We're coming into close to the daily edge right in this area. Okay, But I do like a higher risk trade at the money, the 115s that expire this week, especially if we can hold right down here at 110. Nope, we can cover Piton for sure. And I'm going to set alert over here to see if we can start getting over these levels. Actually, I'm going to pull this up a little bit. I want it right there. All right, cool. Let's look at Piton. All right, Piton down about $1.95. Let's go over this really quick. Looks like they had a nice little push. I'm in a longer swing, 100 plus days out. So 100 plus days. Let me give you the actual numbers on this really quick. Coins at 22%, by the way, guys. Also, W's pushing. Let's see. Give me 1 second here. Yeah, so a lot of things are doing well. All right, so Piton, I bought out 128 days. 128 days. Okay, and so what I'm looking for here is by the end of the week. So for a long swing like this, my concentration is weekly and monthly candles, folks. Weekly and monthly candles, just depending on your risk tolerance. Okay, so see this monthly candle? What I'm looking for is by the end of the month, today's the 15th, I want to see this candle close over the 9 EMA, which is right up here around 108.72. Okay, and I don't want it to drop obviously under 92, which is that next EMA in the cloud. Okay, so right now just a little bit of what I'm looking at is accumulation. It's accumulating on a smaller time frame. This was our support 155, 100.55 by 92. So that's what's going on here. Okay, as long as it can hold here, I think things are great. All right. So again, long-term trade like this, I can't be looking at it day to day. All right. But I do want to see it back over this EMA here. Create alert at or above. All right. BA had some decent news. Not much happening there. Coin now, our coin position is moving nicely. I want to go ahead and go over that really quick for you. All right, and kind of tell you what I was looking for. I want you to concentrate on the right-hand side for right now. The reason why I took the trade earlier is because it came into a trendy edge, and you can see it pushing. I would expect price to at least make it up here to 247 by 255. So I'm going to put it in a at or above alert right there. And then possibly right around, sorry, not 255, 250. So we're going to create alert right there. Okay. At the end of the day, I want to see it hold above 243. It's whippy, moves around a lot. So, I try not to get too worked up about it. It's kind of like one of those trades where what I put in is kind of my risk. Um, I wouldn't say kinda, it is. All right. Now, CAT, this is looking like a round and bottom. Ooh, I love some round and bottoms. Seriously, this thing is starting to look pretty good. Look at the reaction off the trendy edge this morning. Absolutely beautiful from 202. Notice that it's resisting still at or around the trendy edges. So again, support when price breaks above or at above, and resistance when price is moving towards that. But the bigger look looks like a rounding bottom, and boy, do I like that. If I take some Fibonacci's, most likely we're staying above 23, 38.2%. Yep, you can see that. The bigger level is going to be above 211. I would create alert right now. Instead of speculating, for me, even though they're having a nice little move, I like it better above 212. If I was thinking about taking it now, it needs to keep the lows, the previous pivot lows, which is at or around 198. Okay. GKNG finally starting to move there. GM still looking the same, kind of sideways. Just looking across the board, folks, seeing if there's anything that's sticking out. Microsoft pretty much murdered that trade this morning. That was my biggest win. High risk. Um, Myrna is up $9. Very nice. And I think on Myrna, I like 460 to 480. This one didn't work out last week, but no reason why I couldn't. You know, Apple. I'm gonna my puts. They made a little bit of money, and then I trimmed a little bit, and I think I'm gonna put a stop on it. Probably around 115. Okay, I don't want it to get away from me, so I'm put a stop on my puts there at 115. Okay. Alright guys, I'm relinking my API bot for the new channel that's about to come up. So just give me a few seconds here. Give me a second, guys. I'm just working with my developer in the background. We're trying to get this new channel going. All right, so Myrna looking good. Guess what, guys? This is an ACDC. We do have selling pressure at 458. Could see 460 again. I like 480, so I might be trying some 480s going into 480, 500. Honestly, on Myrna, especially if we can get over this accelerator. Not for this week. I want to check out some prices later on. And 460s are 835 by 910 for 2 weeks out. Let's give it a few. See that Microsoft over set up again. We were waiting for it to pull back. Yeah, it's almost there. It's getting close. See what we got going on in Trade Flash, Workhorse, blah blah blah. All these small cap stocks. No thanks. Look like China names down again. I think it's about time for China names. Now, didn't Kramer just come out and say yesterday that it was a good time to be looking at short or casino stocks, right? And all they see underneath trade flash is when now negative 9.5%, biggest 2 day drop since March. How do you? Oh man, jeez. Not that it's his fault, but still. Talk about the timing, huh? What's that? Yeah. Hey, welcome to the team here, Alonzo. See if we got you in here, man. All right, guys. So again, on this Myrna, what I'm looking for, I mean, if I'm going with high risk, I'm thinking 460 this week. If I'm going with swing, I'm thinking 480 2 weeks out. Debit spreads 480 to 500. Straight, directional naked 460 to 480. All right, and so we're about to try. All right, let's go. I think we're good. Sorry, guys. I'm working with my new channel here. Uh, we want to see if it works. You guys ready? It's kind of a big deal. Been waiting for this. Damn it! And Myrna just keeps going up. That's what I was looking at. Let me get the OK from my. And we're gonna put this right here. So once I execute, it should be in here. There we go. is our new channel right here. This is our channel from. So these are uh, brokerage trades, which are super cool. And let's bring that down a little bit. These are my positions that are in this brokerage account. So I have a cash account and a margin account, and we are trying to hook up my new channel, the high risk channel. Okay, I think we're good, he says. Let's go ahead and try this, see if it's going to work. All right, exciting. Let's see. Well, let's see, Johnny. Boom! Look at that. Look how pretty. I'm stoked. All right. Risky trade. That's called the risky bot. I love it. Right from the brokerage account. Sweet. Let's go, baby. You guys could see that come through, right? Test, baby, test, baby. 1, 2, 3. All right. Let's see. Oh, did I jump out? Sorry. That's why you guys can't hear me. My bad. All right. Sorry about that, guys. I forgot that I accidentally jumped out when I was doing the. We were working on the channel. Can you guys see the channel now? Did that first alert? You guys can see that? And the new risk channel? Cool. I'm excited. All right. Now you guys should be able to see my screen. Sorry about that. I had to jump out. I was working with our developer, trying to get that stuff taken care of. So, anyways, cool. I'm super excited. Now remember, all right, we have member trades. So if you guys feel this is all about you as well. So if you're able to take the methodology, and you don't have to be 100% trendy, guys. I'm not saying that. But if you want to take a trade and you think you got what it takes, I want to see that people in here are learning. So all member trades, if I take your trade, it's going to be sent to that room. Okay, straight from my brokerage account. And if I make 100%, you get a month free. Okay, simple. So I want to see what you guys have. So, remember, if you're in main chat, I don't like FOMO. Um, I'd be looking at, I want to see a plan. Where's your entry? Where's your target? Do you have a stop? Okay? That's right. Yeah, I hear you. What's Apple doing? Oil still pounding away. ES futures. Let's go over that really quick. All right, still working. Resistance at the cloud, support at the trendy edge. Same thing we're seeing across the board. Let's go over here to SPY, Qs, DIA, and IWM. Same thing going on. Today is a 0 DTE day. Okay. And let's see, coin is at 17%. I'm sorry we couldn't get that working a little bit quicker, but yeah. So if you guys have a setup though, would you please ping me if you wanted to go into the risk channel? Okay, just at me. Tell me your setup. I'll take a look. I'll take the trade. It'll show up in there. Okay. So 0 DTE. What are we working with here? What are we working with? Let's see. I don't really like SPY on the 0 DTE today. I think it's just going to kind of go sideways, but what do we got? Well, we already have a call in place on the 447s. Oh, and we have the debit spread on the put side. Okay, so we're good.